Hello and welcome to everyone. I am Deep, and today in this video session we will be learning about AWS EC2 EBS volume configuration setups. So as you can see in my screen, today we'll be talking about these 3 points and we'll be doing real-time demonstration so that things get pretty much of clearer at our ends. And so as moving forward, if we look into the point 1 that says to configure the changes made to the EBS volume, that is to increase the EBS volume size. And for example, let's say that we have a EC2 instance with an EBS volume of 10 GB. By default, that was at the time we created it, but now after a few months we say that we want to change that EBS volume size from 10 GB to say 20 GB. So that changing can be done through the use of the AWS management console. That's pretty much of easy. We'll see that in the demonstration. But the main thing that comes over here is that once the changes are made into the volumes, the changes may or may not get reflected into the operating system level. So we need to just get into the server and do certain file system related configurations, tweaking of configurations, and make that changes reflectable at the operating system level. So we'll be doing that one. So let's move towards the demo part so that things get more clearer at our ends. This is my AWS management console. I am in my EC2 service. So let me filter out my running instances. Okay, so the running instances have been filtered out. So I have created 3 servers, that is Ubuntu servers at my end, and I have named them as demo 1 server, demo 2 server, and demo 3 server accordingly, so that it's easy to differentiate them according to the points that we have written over here. So that's pretty much cool. And let's go to volumes. Okay, we can find the volumes under the Elastic Block Store section at the left hand side of the console. So we'll go to the volumes and we will see that there are 3 volumes available with the same names I have given to them. That is, this is demo 1 server volume that is related to demo 1 server. So that's pretty much cool. Let's get into the work. So as we'll be discussing about the first point, that is to configure the changes made to an existing EBS volume. So let's do that one. So I'll be choosing the demo 1 server that to perform the first point. So I'll just have to need to go inside the server, that is SSH into it. So I'll be using my git bash console and I'll be using this command to get into my server. I'll be copying the IP address of it. I'll be pasting it over here and enter. And okay, we are inside our server. I'll clear my screen and I'll be using the command. Okay, so let me first say few things over here. So let's say that currently we have an EC2 instance that has an EBS volume of 8 GB, that is for demo 2 server, and let's say we want to change this existing default 8 GB of EBS volume to something, let's say 50 GB. So we'll go to actions, we'll go to modify volume option, and we'll just have to give the size over here. So we cannot reduce the size from 8 to 7, just we have to give the increased level of size. So let's give this for a moment of 50 GB, and once we are ready we'll click on modify, and it will take few minutes, and after that few minutes the changes will be reflected at the end. So to save that 10 to 15 minutes of time, I have already changed my EBS volume. So I'll cancel it as the demo 1 server. I have changed it to size of 21 GB, as before it was 8 GB. So from 8 GB I have changed my demo 1 server to 21 GB. So let's get into the server and let's hit the command lsblk, that is used to list the block or we can say storage blocks. So if I click on yes, and if we see over here, we can see that this is the previous volume XVDA1 8 GB, and it is mounted to the mount point, that is slash, that is at the root point. And this is XVDA 21 GB, that is the volume that we have changed. So currently the mounted volume is 8 GB, but the changes that we have made, that is 21 GB, has not been reflected. So if we further check into it, that's df-h, that simply means that disk free space, and in the human readable form. We'll click on enter, and we can see that dev/root 7.7 GB of size and 1.3 GB is used. That simply means that is 8 GB, and it's mounted on this one. So there is nothing showing here about the 21 GB of disk. So you cannot find 21 GB of disk over here. This simply means that the changes has not been reflected at the operating system level. So let me clear my screen, and let's do the further work, that is lsblk. Okay, so this device names, that is XVDA1 and XVDA, these are the important things that needs to be kept in mind while doing the tweaking of configurations for the reflection of the changes made to the operating system level. So let's begin with the changes. So what we can do over here is that we just need to make this 21 GB of changes to be reflected at the root mount point, that is 8 GB. So we want to make this 8 GB, that is older one, to the 21 GB. So we'll use the following command, that is sudo grow path, and we'll hit the path or device name of this one, that is to whom or the default one that we want to make the reflection to. So that is dev/xvda, this was the name, and there is one also, so we'll keep space and one. So you need to be very careful over here. So you need to just keep a space over here and click on enter. So if you click on enter, it says that the partition has been changed, and let's see if the changes have been reflected or not. So lsblk enter, and we can see that the changes have been reflected. As you can see over here, that the older one is showing 8 GB before the configuration were made, or configuration command was hit, and over here you can see that the 21 GB has been reflected in place of the 8 GB. So yes, but the another thing is also over here. Let's hit disk free -h, and you can see that the changes over here has not been reflected because it's still showing the 7.71 GB, that is around 8 GB, and the mounted point is root. So the 21 GB has not been reflected over here, so that things also needs to be changed. So we'll be using this command to make changes over here also, that is sudo resize. Okay, so one thing that I want to make you guys clear over here is that before hitting these commands, you first need to know the file system type of these device names. So let's say df-h, t means a file system type. So if we see over here, the device root is of ext4 type, that is the file system type, that is ext4 is a file system type that is related to the Ubuntu related operating systems. And if we look into Linux based operating system, their file system is xfs. So the commands are little bit of different between those two file systems. So as our file system type is ext4, so we'll be using the following command to reflect changes at the df-h level. So the command is sudo resize to fs, and the path name, that is dev/xvda, and our path name is xvda1. So we'll be hitting over here xvda1, and we'll click on enter, and you can see that it is mounted over root folder. So if we click over here now df-h and click on enter, you can see that the file system dev/root has been changed to the size of 21 GB and is mounted to the root point. So before, if we see, the changes wasn't been reflected, that is 8 GB. Now the changes have been reflected by hitting this command. Okay, so let's clear my screen for once and yes, hit my command to list the blocks, storage blocks, and you can see the changes have been reflected over here also. And if I hit disk free -h, and you can see the changes have been reflected over here also. Okay, so this were the configuration tweakings that needs to be done when the EBS volume is changed from one storage volume to another specific storage volume. So using this specific commands, you can do this thing, and I'll be listing all the commands that I'll be using in this demonstration in the details section of this video, so you guys can just grab that from there and try that at your end also. So as you can see that our first part of demo has been completed, that we have changed our EBS volume from 8 GB to 21 GB, and we have done certain tweakings to reflect those changes. So now our EBS volumes are reflected with 21 GB of size. So we have completed this setup, and our demonstration has been also completed. So I think you guys enjoyed this session, and this session was useful to you. So thank you all of you for watching this session, and we'll meet soon.